8 a.m. Ouchie. Hmm. Howdy, howdy. Yeah. Hmm. Who are you guys excited for? Jagger Furcus, of course. One of the highest players left on my board. See if I get the draft up on my phone here, or the live on my phone, anyways. 'Cause I messed up chat. We got more people viewing than yesterday so far, at least concurrently at this point in the live. I don't know what I'm saying. Uh-oh. Oh, here we go. Jeez. Hey, Salty Wings and Abs fans here. Welcome back. Welcome back. Got some iced coffee. Hmm. This is the earliest I've been up in like a month. Not gonna lie. I'm usually up very late. Because I can't get any peace and quiet until after midnight. So I usually end up recording videos after midnight, and then yeah. Uh, so I'm usually up until about 4 a.m. working on videos and getting them uploaded. So yeah, this is the earliest I've been up pretty much all summer since Memorial Day weekend. I was at a convention, so I had to wake up at a reasonable time for that. See, I don't even remember who the Wings drafted in the first round. Oh, Casper. Anybody else? So they just have the one pick. Casper. That's it. Okay, yeah. Yeah, again, didn't really feel like a Wings pick to me or a Iserman pick. I know we've had a few trades this morning. Oh, here we go. They're just now talking about him. So St. Louis trades Husso to Detroit for a third. I mean, that's a good pick. That's a good trade right there for Detroit. Um, the question is now they've got Husso and Nedeljkovic, so they basically have two starters. Are they going to try to move Nedeljkovic now, or do they just go as a split tandem? Of course, Husso isn't exactly a proven veteran guy. He's just had the 1 year, but is very good. I think he's a much better goaltender than Jordan Bennington is at this point. Let's see if I can get subtitles going. Uh, how long do we have to gonna wait for the first pick here? Okay. I think it'd be a good pick for the Habs to take Trikazov or Hudson with their first pick. That kind of depends on where the pick is. Let's see. They should have. Oh, they should have 33, right? Unless they traded that pick. At 33, I definitely wouldn't take Trikazov because he'll be available later, most likely. And I know they have other. I'm pretty sure they have other second round picks. In fact, let's just go to cap friendly here. Hudson, maybe. He'll probably be available later in the second round as well. Those are guys that I like, yeah. So they have the Oilers pick, which is. Let's see if we could figure out what pick that is. It'd be pretty late in the second round, but Trikazov will most likely be available there still. Hudson might go before that Oilers pick. Hmm. Really doesn't seem to want to load the draft page. Probably getting a lot of traffic. Who would be my pick? At 33, the highest player left on my board is Gleb Trikazov. However, again, he will be available later. So probably Jagger Firkus. Gerdine, I have one spot ahead of Firkus as well, but he's probably gonna go way later. You could probably get him in the third or fourth round. So there is, you know, an element of just taking the best player available, but you also have to consider where other teams are valuing those players. So it's all about asset management. Like the Sharks could have gotten Brad Lambert at 27 yesterday, which I would have been ecstatic for because I have Lambert 8th on my board. Sikora for a Slovak triple. Yeah, I was just saying yesterday that they should get Petrovsky today. But I totally forgot about Sikora, dude. They could get 4 Slovaks in this draft. That would be pretty wacky. Maybe there's another Slovak that could go in like the 6th or 7th round as well. I don't think I have any others outside of Sikora and Petrovsky ranked. Was Petrovsky on the World Championship team as well? I think he was, but I don't remember. Okay, I believe they just announced Montreal's on the clock. Yes, they are. Okay. All right, Sharks at 34. Please don't screw up that pick. Was he on the World Juniors team, maybe? I believe he came over to North America, right? He was playing in like the OHL or something, which would explain. Wait, what was the pick? They didn't even go to the podium or whatever to announce the pick. Owen Beck. Okay. This is not a great presentation so far. I mean, Owen Beck is a fine pick at 33. I have him ranked at 34. Honestly, the difference between Beck and Hughes kind of splitting hairs for me. I have Hughes at 41. So the difference between 34 and 41 in my rankings is basically nothing at this point. Sharks are Greer's on the phone. Doug Jr. Yeah. Hopefully it. Wait, Cameron Lund? Oh man, they are not messing around today. Okay. Don't like. And the feed just cut out. Is that just me, or did your guys' feed cut out as well? Nope, it's not just me. Nice. Nice. Well, might miss. At this pace, if this is out for like 5 minutes, we could miss like 10 picks. Lund to San Jose. Let's see, where did I have him? I know I have him ranked at least. Not a guy I'm particularly excited for. I have him ranked 66. Not sure what they're doing here. Not gonna lie. I'm gonna bring up my Elite Prospects draft guide here to get a little refresher on Cameron Lund. Yeah, I agree. I agree, Tomas. I think Lund is a risk, not well, it is a risk, but I believe he's a reach there. Mediocre skater, which I don't like at all. Committed to Northeastern. I feel like Northeastern hasn't really produced that many high-end talents. Correct me if I'm wrong there. At least not recently. But London Bystedt don't really feel like Sharks picks. This is kind of weird. He's another bigger guy. The freaking Kraken take Furcus. Are you serious? They don't have the third pick in the second round. They should have the fourth pick, right? Oh, wait, no. They have the third pick because they lost the draft lottery. All right, well, I'm going to have to go to Twitter to verify this if I can. Dude, literally all the freaking Sharks fans are confused why they're not going for guys like Furcus and Hudson. I mean, Hudson could fall, so they could still get him at 45. Holy crap, we've missed a lot of picks. All right, let's see. 36, Artem Duda, then Chesley, then Fraser Minton. Oh, we might not be here all day, boys. Ludwinski, 39. Okay, that's probably the best pick of those. So I'm just going to assume you're right there with Furcus at 35, which makes me very sad. Although Seattle is getting freaking steals of the draft here. Holy crap. 36. $37 is the Caps. Toronto. Chicago. Dylan James at 40. I don't know much about him, Salty Wings and As fan. Do you know anything about Dylan James? I don't think I have him ranked in my top 100. That could be more of a typical Yzerman type pick, though. Just because I've never heard of him. Well, actually, I have heard of him, but I just don't really remember anything about him. Okay, I believe pick 36 was Arizona, but I missed it. Tobias Leninen, 41st? Tobias Leninen, 41st overall. Are you serious? Caps got Miroshnichenko and Chesley. Yeah, that's decent. Tobias Leninen, 41st over. I did not see that coming at all. I have him ranked. Oh, Isaiah George? Or is that Noah Warren? Noah Warren. Okay, Lennon I had ranked at 99. So it's definitely a reach, but I'm glad I had him ranked at least. And then Noah Warren to Anaheim. That's a good pick, I think, at 42. That's a good pick. I like that a lot. It's higher than I have him ranked, but that's not too much of a reach for me at all. Okay, Arizona's back on the clock. Man, San Jose's coming back up really soon here. So far, they've drafted two big guys that don't project insanely well. Julian Lutz. Okay. That might be their best pick so far for Arizona. Mintyukov and Mintyukov and Warren both to Anaheim, and we've got a couple of random depth forwards. The Sharks have drafted so well, like the last 3 or 4 years, though. This could be really, really, really disappointing drafts. See who they take here at 45. Okay, Luca Delbo Baluz goes 44. Well, I'm glad they didn't get him. To Columbus. Yeah, not a huge fan of Delbo Baluz. Yeah, I liked Lutz too. I wouldn't have minded him at 45 to the Sharks here. Even though he's another guy that doesn't have a ton of upside either. So they're just not sending teams to the podium for day 2. They're just like calling up or something. I don't know. Matthias Havlid, 45. Okay. Okay, there we go, boys. There we go. Havlid. It's not Hudson, but it's basically the next best thing there. I like Havlid a lot. I like Havlid a lot. Let's go. Cameron Lund, though, dude. Cameron Lund, man. Yeah, I think that's their best pick straight up. I mean, I only have him ranked 44, but he could easily he has a lot of upside. Okay, you guys are ahead of me a little bit. I have not seen the Devils pick yet. They take Hudson? Who is that? Seamus Casey. The wee last Casey. Okay. Yeah, no worries, man. No worries. Okay. Yeah, I like that the Sharks went with Havlet over Casey though. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I have Casey ranked higher, I think. Yeah, but I probably shouldn't. If I was to re-rank him, I'd probably have Havlet higher actually. Okay, so Casey to New Jersey. See, that's the D prospect I thought they were gonna take. Grodinin to Detroit. Oh man, I don't know where their picks are from here on out, but if they could get him in the 3rd round, maybe. I mean, I want the. I'd rather have the Sharks take him 75th overall. Not gonna lie. Hunter Height, Minnesota. Okay, I think Hunter Height is pretty underrated. Man, this is going way faster than the last couple of years. 52, yeah, 52 would be high for Grodinin. Again, I think that's higher than I had Height rated. Let's see. Oh, maybe not. Where do I have him here? Oh yeah, I had him at 42 actually. So yeah, that was a good pick. Did Vegas draft off the clock here or off the clock, off the board? Oh, Sapovalov. Yeah, that's not off the board. I don't think I have him in my top 100, but most people have him. roughly in this range, I think. So Olive to, let's see. Oh, actually, no, yeah, I had him at 54. So this is totally in the range for him. Does anybody know how long this is supposed to last? I just assumed we'd be here until like 6 o'clock at least. But okay, Yanni Nyman goes to Seattle at 49. Geez, they're putting together a pretty good draft class here. I wasn't that impressed by their draft class last year. Nyman's pretty good though. I feel kind of bad for the broadcasters here. I feel like they're seriously squeezed to get as much uh to get as much in about these guys as they can. Christian Kyrou to Dallas. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Christian Kyrou to Dallas. Oh yeah. That's a good pick. That's a good pick. So Dallas has got Kyrou and Bichelle. Oh heck yeah. Heck yeah. That could be one of the steals of the draft right there. Kraken and Ducks, very nice. Yeah, I agree. But that Kyrou pick is very nice. All right, who's LA take at 51? Connor Ingram, perhaps? Jack Hughes? Jack Hughes? Okay. I would have preferred the Sharks take Hughes over a guy like Lund, but you know, it's fine. Detroit is back on the clock. What are they gonna do? I'm waiting for a trade here. Like, how much time do they have on the clock? Do they still have 3 minutes, or is it like a minute? Because like, how are teams gonna make a trade in like 60 seconds? Dmitry Butelnikov? I don't think I have that guy ranked. I'm not even sure I know who that is. If you're gonna reach on a Russian though, probably not that guy. I mean, again, it's Iserman. Have a little faith in Iserman, okay? I mean, also, was ESPN like tipped what the picks would be in advance so they have footage on all these guys? Because I don't think anybody expected this guy to go here. Let's see if he's in, if he even has a profile. Buchelnikov. Yeah, he's not ranked in the top 121 by elite prospects, which means I'm gonna have to try finding him manually because I do have more rankings. Okay, Tristan Luneau to Anaheim. That's a pretty good pick, I think. Luneau. Not a crazy fan of Who was he traded to? Was it Philly? I didn't hear the whole thing he said, but I heard they got Philly's pick but in next year's draft, but I wasn't sure if maybe that was a pick that had already been traded. If they trade him to Philly, that's kind of a weird move for Philly. Okay, yeah, it is. Okay, so Flyers get D'Angelo in the seventh for a second, third, and fourth. Yeah, that's a decent trade for both teams, I would say. A little interesting that Tony D'Angelo got traded right away after 1 year. He had a very good year with Carolina. Obviously, there's like that baggage with him. I don't know. Okay, Poitras at 54 to Boston. Hudson could fall. At this point, I wouldn't say he's falling yet, but he's getting there. I mean, I have him ranked at 38, but most people are much lower on him than that. See if I could get his elite prospect page up here. Okay, Salamonson, 55. Actually, he's ranked top 40 by almost everybody, it looks like, so he is falling. The undersized defenseman, especially as undersized as Hudson, you never know. At this point, I would consider him with every pick. Salamonson, I think, is a decent pick there for Winnipeg. He was a guy that was falling throughout the year. Still can't believe the Sharks passed on Brad Lambert, man. Okay, Lorenz at 56. I'm pretty sure that's what he said. They haven't announced it yet. Okay, that is what he said. That's a solid pick for Minnesota. Man, we're very quickly going to run out of players that I know about. We got more people in here than we had yesterday. That's pretty nice. There might be less people streaming today. I don't know. Yeah, I like Lorenz. I didn't really see much of him because he was playing in the AJHL. It does worry me a little bit because typically you don't get a like ton of superstars out of that league. The only one I could think of is Cale Makar. Hey, Ryan Green, Chicago. That's fine, I guess. I'm pretty sure I had him ranked. Maybe. Maybe not. Yeah, I had him at 90. Oh, where in Europe are you from, man? Yeah, yesterday it started at like 1 a.m. for most of Europe, I think. Niklas Koko? Is that a Finnish player? Who is that? Okay, Seattle took somebody off the board there. If that's a Finn, he's way off the board. Okay, he is Finnish. Yeah, he's a Finnish player that I haven't heard of, so that's off the board, I would say. I know there aren't a ton of high profile Finns in this draft. I think I have 3 or 4 ranked, and he's not one of them. And honestly, I was kind of generous with some of the Finns. Uh, Kolonumi, or however you pronounce his name. Wait, he's a goalie? He's a goalie? Holy crap, that's way off the board. Okay. Are you not entertained? From Germany. That's awesome. Yeah, I wanted the Sharks to take Peterka so bad in 2020. When they passed on him twice, I was pretty mad. Let's see, Ronnie to Calgary. Okay, that is not off the board. I can't believe we've had two goalies go already. Oh, let's go. We got a notification of some kind. Oh, yeah, we got a subscriber. I can't read it because there's a really bad glare on my screen. But, oh, wait. Yep, I missed it. In fact, yeah, you guys can't see me at all because of the sun. Let's see if I could change that a little bit. Maybe I could, Did you miss anything excited? Did I? Well, we've had two goalies go, Luke, so that's pretty crazy. He just took Trikazov. Are you serious? Calgary. Wait. Did Carolina just take Trikazov? Oh my god. You came just in time for that. I demand today's show host seeing all links in October. Yeah, I don't know what that is, Pauline. I can't believe they just took Trikazov at 60. Wait a minute. Okay, I got the. Oh no, this is Carolina. There's too many red teams, man. Okay, 61 Goyette. That's a good pick. Not as good as Trikazov, but another very solid pick for Seattle. Yeah, I think the most exciting picks we've had so far, Trikazov right there at 60. Who else? Furcus at 35 to Seattle is pretty hype. Leninin at 41 was pretty crazy. Didn't expect that, especially considering Buffalo has like all of the goalie prospects. I mean, they have, I think, Devin Levi, right, and then uh, Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen. Lane Hudson, Montreal. Okay, there's like nobody left that I'm excited for the Sharks, basically. I mean, Mikey Milne maybe could be good value at 75. It's not. I'll have to. I mean, I'll have to review the draft classes later. I will try to do a like draft class review for every team. Um, later today after the draft is over. I'm also gonna try to Sekera and Petrovsky. Yeah, if one of them is available at 75, that'd be pretty awesome. I'm very surprised that Sekera is still available. Actually, never mind. There he goes, Sekera, 63. Like I said, I was very surprised he's still available. Yeah, no, I like those guys a lot, Tomas. I had Secro in my first round, I think. And I have Petrovsky at 64, so they could both go right here. I mean, we both kind of jinxed it, really. See if this fixes the glare a little bit. That should be better, hopefully. Hmm. Might have to be a Seattle or Canes fan. Yeah. Seattle's draft in particular. Okay, Ottawa drafted Philip Nordberg, which is probably a reach, you can tell, because they don't have any footage on him. Hmm. Okay, that was the last pick of the second round, so no, they do have 3 minutes. And we're buffering, of course we are. Right as they're announcing the pick. Nordberg. Yeah, classic Sens pick there. Guy I've never heard of. Hmm. Who did the Isles take? My my ESPN Plus is buffering. 6'4" D-man. Oh, Odelius? He was still available? Okay. It's ESPN Plus exclusive, Joey. It's really annoying. I literally had to go out and buy an Amazon Fire Stick just for this one event. It was like $40. Although having ESPN Plus is gonna be good for me. Okay, by the way, you guys are gonna. Oh, it's on NHL Network too. Okay, I didn't know that, but I don't have that channel, so um, yeah, you guys are gonna be way ahead of me now because you guys were already ahead of me, and uh, that little bit of buffering right there just set me back. Yeah, no worries, man. You're 7'2". You play basketball? That's like I don't think anybody that tall has ever played hockey in the NHL before. Char's what, 6'9"? Yeah, I don't really follow yeah, I'm still in commercials. I don't follow basketball at all, to be honest. I used to play pep band for my college because my the college I went to actually they didn't have their own pep band. So our high school was the pep band for the college, but I went to the high school. So I was in the pep band when I was in high school, and then when I went to college, I just kept going to the games and playing with the pep band even though I was in college. I mean, I still had a lot of friends in the band and stuff, but that's about the extent of the basketball that I watch. I wonder if it's possible for me to like skip to where it is. Because it seems like I'm way behind you guys. I mean, it's classic ESPN Plus, right? I guess. I don't know. Oh my god. What the heck? I just missed like 7 picks. Are they not going to commercials on NHL Network? Okay, 66, Gavin Hayes. Never heard of him. 67, and that's Chicago. Man, I got to get caught up. Okay, we got Matika to Arizona. That's kind of an off the board pick, I think. Ty Nelson. Yeah, I don't really like Ty Nelson that much, to be honest. I have him ranked at 65, though, so this is the range that I thought he should go in. Devin Kaplan at 69 is a much better pick. I think I like Kaplan a lot more. To Philly. Phil, there we go. 70, Suzdalev. Yeah, okay. Caps. Oh, San Jose is coming up again at 75, unless you're going to trade that. Yeah, Nelson does need a lot of development, I think. Is showing off Nelson or Suzdalev? I honestly don't know. I don't remember what team that guy plays for. Taravalov at 71. I have a feeling San Jose is not going to draft Rodinin at 75, so hopefully he falls to like 100 and whatever the heck they have. Yeah, they're still talking about Ty Nelson. Oh yeah, Elias Pettersson is still available. That's kind of surprising. I'm going to be fighting this glare all morning. Where did I have Pettersson ranked? 48. Yeah, so he's definitely falling. Tomas Hamara. Do I have Hamara ranked? I think I do. Maybe not. Yeah, that's a guy I'd have to get refreshed. Oh yeah, I have him at 71. Oh wait, the Sharks have 76? Did they make a trade? Wait, 64. I could have sworn the Sharks had 75th overall. Okay, Oscar Pettersson. Well, there's another Pettersson that went. Not the one I was expecting. Ottawa. Askimaki to St. Louis. I thought he would have definitely gone ahead of some of these other Finns that have gone. But that's decent range for him. I mean, we're in the third round already. Holy crap, guys. Yeah, the Sharks have done pretty bad, to be honest, I think. They've got, at 27, they got Bystet. And then at 34, they took Cameron Lund. At 45, they took Matthias Havlid. So Havlid is definitely their best pick so far, but I really do not care for those first two picks at all. Okay, Nuchev to Buffalo. That's a good pick. I mean, there really isn't anybody I'm super excited for at this point for 75. Literally except Grudinin, who I do not think they're going to take. Okay, Vincez. Oh my gosh. Roarer, you know what I'm talking about. To Montreal. Okay, it looks like things are slowing down a little bit. Shocked they didn't pick Kallio Delius in the second. Well, they got Havlid instead, so I guess he just liked Havlid more. They could have taken both of them. I wonder if they're trading here. Seems like they're taking forever on this pick. At least compared to these other picks. Looking like a pretty solid grad class for Montreal, though. Although, of course, passing on Shane Wright is a bit questionable. What is going on, San Jose? I can't hear what the announcers are saying. So, if they're discussing a trade possibility, maybe. They're using the whole 3 minutes here. Michael Fisher. Okay. Where do I have Fisher ranked? I'm pretty sure I have him ranked higher than that. Yeah, I had him ranked at 58. I guess that's a good pick. I'm still not excited about it. Wait, he's a defenseman. Another Northeastern guy. Yeah, if they were going to go defense there, I would have taken Grudinin. That's a reach for Grudinin, probably, but not by a lot. I mean, people have him ranked, uh, or like Bob had him going 88th overall in mocks. Yeah, Mats Lindgren. I don't remember being that impressed by Lindgren, but I'm pretty sure. I don't want to speak too soon here. Okay, Danny Zilkin goes at 77. That's a good pick. Let's see, where does where do they have Lindgren ranked here? Come on. Yeah, Elite Prospects had Fisher at 42, so that's good value, I guess. Lindgren at 70. 4, so paid him 503. Yeah, okay. I don't really remember being that impressed by Lindgren when I was watching him this year. Uh, Pretty good skater though. I mean, above average, which is nice. Quinn Finley to the Islanders. Sure. That's a guy I haven't heard of. Is Forsmark available? I'm pretty sure Forsmark is still available. Yeah, well, I don't know. I had him ranked 73. Wow, that guy looks like he's 12. He's from Wisconsin too. He totally looks like a Midwestern emo kid from like 2005. Okay, Toronto's on the clock. This is a bit of an interesting one. I can't believe the Sharks spent like the whole 3 minutes just to draft Michael Fisher. Like, hey, who do you guys want here? I don't know, Michael Fisher, I guess. I mean, they're kind of at that point in the draft in general, but I feel like if you're spending that much time, they're either going to make a trade or go for somebody off the board. One thing I will say, if they were going to do the draft this quickly, then why did it have to start at 8 a.m.? I mean, it's obvious it started at 11 Eastern time, but they could have waited because this is not taking that long. Hmm. Yeah, but Eklund was playing in the SHL this year. I believe he played one game at the J20 level. It was in the playoffs. It was the last game they played. They got eliminated. So I guess it would have been one game against them, maybe. I mean, I don't hate Bystedt. I just don't like him at 27. I think he's a decent prospect. 27 is high. I don't think he has the upside of any of the Dewgarden guys. Paul Ludwinski is the best player in the entire draft. I will disagree with you on that one. He might be one of the best players still available, so I'm pretty sure he's still available. God. Being in a east-west facing house is not doing me any favors right now, I gotta say. Wait, he got drafted 39th? Okay, I mean, that makes sense. Played 2 games at U20? I could have sworn he only played one, but I'll trust you on that one. These commercial breaks are way too long, though. I feel like I'm going to miss like 10 picks here. I mean, these are longer than standard commercial breaks you'd get on cable. At least it feels like it. Oh, I only missed 2 picks. Okay. Jordan Gustafson went at 79. Okay, that's a good pick there, I think. As much as I hate to say that. Hey, Vancouver took Elias Pettersson. Let's go. Let's go. That is going to be so funny, dude. Elias Pettersson with Elias Pettersson. Oh my gosh. Okay, that's one of my favorite moments of round 3 or day 2 in general, I should say. San Jose, Nashville are trading. Nashville's on the board right now, or on the clock. Dude, I bet you they're going crazy at grab stream with the Elias Pettersson pick. Okay, Samuel Savoy to Chicago. Okay, so they did not trade the 82nd overall pick. So Nashville takes Adam Ingram. That's a really solid pick at 82, I think. One of the better players still available, at least. Dallas is on the clock at 83. Do they take Grudinin? That'd be pretty cool. Grudinin and Bichelle. That could be a defense pairing in the future. And honestly, I could see him taking him here too. Supposedly they're trading for Cunnin. So George Fagaris. Okay. It's a defenseman. It's not the one I would have taken. And at this point, Grudinin is a reasonable pick as well, for sure. So that's a little bit disappointing. I don't know enough about Cunnin really to say whether or not I would like a trade. Obviously, I'd have to see what's going the other way as well. I believe Freeman said it was a pick and a prospect. Oh, Nashville has 84 as well. Maybe this pick will be involved in the trade. Who knows? Hmm. No. They take Kulanumi. Okay. Um, one of the highest ranked players left available on my board, I think. So that's a pretty solid pick there for Nashville. Do they take Weisbot's brother in the later round? I hope not, Luke. I hope not. I I don't think Oasis Weisbot is an NHL player at all. I mean, if you're getting him in like the 6th or 7th round, then yeah, I mean, there's a really good chance those guys aren't going to be players anyways. But I don't know. I saw him a bit this year. Wasn't really that impressed by him. I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't get drafted at all. He will probably get drafted, but it could literally be like 200, 210th overall or something like that. Could be one of the last picks of the draft. Okay, Capitals take Ludwig Pearson. Not too many players that I haven't heard of yet, so we're still doing strong. After 100, though, I'm out of spaces on my chart, so I'm gonna move over to yeah, like even if oh wait, well, Ozzy could play a good role at the NHL. Like he's not a top six guy, uh, probably a third liner, but Oasis is his brother who's available this year. I don't think he's gonna play in the NHL at all. If he does, probably a fourth liner. He does kind of have a fourth liner type. Uh, he plays kind of like a fourth liner, you know. So it could work out. I would have preferred they drafted Paterka over Weisblatt, though. That was my guy in 2020. I mean, they still got a lot of useful guys in that draft. Gushin, Co, Robbins, like those guys, Bordelot. Pretty crazy draft in general, especially considering they didn't have. Well, they had 31st overall. Jack Sparks, I don't recall that name being called. Yeah, Bordelot, Gushin, and Co. I like those guys all more than Weisblatt. Yeah, they passed on Paterka twice too. I mean, the second time it was a trade down for Bordelot, but at this point, I think Paterka is still a better prospect than Bordelot. He's definitely a better prospect than Weisblatt. Now we're going to commercials again. Of course we are. Maybe there'll be a trade to announce. Imagine if they didn't trade their first in that year too. They could have had Stutzla and Paterka. And I'm buffering again. Oh, let's go. Oh, okay. Well, that lasted for half a second. Imagine getting a morning sickness medication ad during the NHL draft. I can't imagine there's that many pregnant women watching day 2 of the NHL draft. Perhaps that is a bit uh judgmental or whatever, but it just doesn't seem like the type of demographic that would be watching the draft. Yeah. Oh well. Can't change the past, I guess. I mean, you can't. It's hard to criticize them too much because that 2020 draft class is still absolutely elite looking. Far better than this year's draft class so far, I suspect. Time will tell. I mean, they took some swings last year on guys that were relatively unknown, and some of those have looked pretty good. Phew. Again in Larock. Okay, we got a trade here. Lucas Edmonds went 86. And Hamara went 87. Okay. Oh my gosh. Michael Buchinger. That's a guy I haven't heard of. I don't think. I don't remember having him in my rankings. Buchinger. Yeah, no. Yeah, we got 11 spots left for my ranked players. Owen Van Steensel is still available. He's probably one of my favorite players left. Jack Devine, I think, is available. Bo Jelsma. Is Mats Lindgren still available? I know we were talking about him earlier. Oh, Mikey Milne goes 89 to Minnesota. Okay. That's one of the highest ranked players I had left available. Overager, probably not going to play, well, almost certainly not going to play a top six role in the NHL, but he probably should have been drafted last year. Buchinger got drafted by St. Louis. For next year, Luke, I'm going to be doing a lot of the same stuff. I'll be doing a lot more videos on specific players, though. I'm hoping to get at least 32 done, and they're going to be way more in depth. I'm going to be trats. If you're familiar with Will Scouch and how he does his tracked data and stuff, I'm going to be tracking data similar to that. So I'll be going over that in those videos. I'll still be doing like rankings and stuff. I'll do rankings throughout the year. So I'll do like a preliminary one before the year starts, and then um, I will do probably one around Christmas, and then a few more as we get closer to the draft. Stuff like that. Pretty similar stuff to what I've been doing this year, except hopefully a bit higher quality. I should be improving in general throughout the year. The longer I'm on YouTube, the better I'll get at it, hopefully. I'll also be looking out to try and do a couple of collaborations, hopefully, now that I've got a little bit of following. People might agree to do a collab with me or two. Might probably going to try and do one or two with Locked on Sharks if JD agrees to have me on. I think that'd be pretty cool. I would have loved to do a video with him on Jagger Firkus this year, but I had like zero clout. Nobody knew who I was. I mean, most people, I mean, not that people really know who I am now. All right, I'm going to start adding a bunch of rows below here. Let's see. He's not available. Firkus got drafted already, River. Come on. I guess I could go on Locked on Kraken, maybe. Although they're probably, I imagine they're one of the more popular Locked on shows, given all the expansion hype and stuff. So it might be a bit harder to get on that show. Okay, Boston is taking their sweet time with pick 91 here. Yeah. That'd be good. Good little growth opportunities. I mean, collaborations in general, I don't think are the best for growing your channel because you're getting people that are not organically coming to your channel. So even if they subscribe, they're not as likely to watch a lot of your stuff. Okay, I did not mean to do that. Okay, well, that's good. All right, I got a couple pages here. I believe we have a trade here. Okay, trading, Seattle trading up. Who are they trading up for? I'm not sure when their next pick was. I could see Grudinin maybe. That's basically the only player I would trade up for at this point. Top prospects: Beniers, Ryan Winterton, Riker Evans. So they're not including this year's draft. Yeah, I mean, most of those guys probably are not going to be players except for Beniers. Ben McDonald. Okay, they traded up to get McDonald. I guess they really like him. Why not? I guess I would probably not a guy you needed to trade up for though. You probably could have got him at 110 or whatever their next pick was. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. All right, so let's see. Montreal's on the clock. They have certainly had an interesting draft. Adam Engstrom. Okay, not I. Mm, I'm not sure if I've heard of that guy or not. I kind of wish I was watching. Oh, okay, so Seattle and then Montreal. I really wish I had a dual monitor setup or even like a tri monitor setup so I could be watching Scouch, get a little bit of info on some of these guys that I haven't heard of. For next year's draft, I will try to make that a thing. Although, okay, so Arizona gets 94 for Dallas is third next year. Is that right? That seems like a weird pick. Okay, so the Panthers took some guy. We're definitely into the some guy territory suddenly. That's basically a side grade for Arizona at best. Dallas's pick next year in the third round is likely going to be lower than this. No. Yeah, lower than this, right? Let's see. Round three would be 65 to. Actually, no, this is right at the end of the third round. So they're basically getting Well, next year's draft is probably going to be better than this one. Don't quote me on that because there's always a lot of hype, and then it turns out to be not as good as people might expect. That Arizona takes Jeremy Lang Langlois. I'm assuming not a player I've heard of. There's definitely interesting players still on the board. Although I can't really read my rankings because I'm getting a really bad glare. Let's see if I could. I can't believe Lamoureux got drafted in the first round, man. Yeah, Grudinin is still my highest player available by a long shot. After that, Petrovsky, Gardner. I think Gardner is still available. Moldenhauer is still available, I'm pretty sure. McConnell Barker is still available. There's still some names. Will Smith in the 2023 draft. That's actually not a player I've heard of yet. Um, that is kind of funny though, because there's like a million Will Smiths. Like there's 3 in baseball in MLB last time I knew. Oh, there you go. There goes Moldenhauer. Good pick there by Toronto. That is a really solid pick at 95. Now, the guys I like are becoming few and far between. He might have been the highest player left on my board. Actually, McConnell Barker. Has Panel Fimis been drafted yet? I think he has, but I don't specifically remember his name being called. No, it looks like Panel Fimis is still available. So there's some guys that are falling for sure. I mean, that happens every year, but man, fighting this glare is getting really annoying. Oh, there goes Jordan Dumais. That's a fine pick, I guess. You give up late third for him, or you use a late third on him. Like, sure. I did have him ranked higher than that, but he's still not a player I'm excited about. Yeah, that shot in that last highlight they just showed on the draft there is not a projectable skill there at all. That was not a very high skill shot. I mean, he scored, but that's a Q goalie, you know? Man, he is small too. I didn't realize how small he was. I mean, I knew he was small, but yeah, he had a lot of points, but like I was just saying with that one that they just showed, and there goes McConnell Barker. So the guys that I like are starting to go here. McCon. Why are there so many double letters in this guy's name? Um, he didn't really do any. He didn't really show anything super special getting those points, though. You know, like nothing super high skill. It's just a Q. It's a relatively easy league to score on compared to the OHL or the WHL. The quality of league just isn't that high. It's really a league that just plays offense. There's not a lot of defense and goaltending going on in general. So I mean, there's a reason why there's other players from the queue that went way higher than Dumais. Isaiah George at 98. That is a steal. That's an Islanders pick for sure. Yeah, that's a good pick for the Islanders. I would have liked him on the Sharks, to be honest. Man, London Knights have some great jerseys, man. Arguably the best jerseys in the CHL. I mean, I like Halifax too, but that color palette is just really, really nice. All right, we're in the fourth round now. I'm pretty sure the Sharks have a fourth rounder. Let's see. Yes, we do. So that'll be our next pick coming up here. Oh, Garrett Brown, 99th overall to Winnipeg. That's a good pick. That is a good pick. San Jose Kid. Um, Mobile, good stride, good zone exits. Yeah, he has a lot of upside, I think. Son of Curtis Brown, of course, Brownie. There on Sharks pre and post game live. Uh, yeah, that'll definitely be a jersey I get if he makes the NHL for sure. Really happy for him. I had him ranked 98. So I thought I was kind of high on him, to be honest. I'm pretty sure most people had him ranked outside the top 100, but he goes 99. So good for him. And then Seattle takes some guy I've never heard of. That might be the first player from San Jose, a first San Jose native to be drafted to the NHL. I'm not certain. You guys could correct me on that if I'm wrong. But played minor hockey with the junior shark system. All right, well that's the top 100. Carolina takes Simon Forsmark there. There have been other players from the junior sharks that have been drafted to the CHL and the USHL. There's a few out there that could get drafted in upcoming years, potentially. Really cool to see the game growing like that, though. Tyler Brennan. Okay, I was wondering when he was going to go. 102. He's the third goalie off the board. Which is a bit surprising. Most people had Brennan as the top ranked goalie in the draft. That being said, I don't think he is. I don't really think he's an NHL level goalie. I would rather take Lennon or Havlid. Havlid, I think, is still on the board. So if somebody could get a goalie late in the draft, that's pretty common. Kenny Connors, KLA. I can't believe how fast this is going. We've already gotten through 2 rounds. Stephen Halliday to the Sens. Okay. Not a player I've heard of. Yeah. Matthias and Hugo, twin brothers. He's listed at 5'10". Last I checked. I don't think the Sharks are going to draft him though. Not at 108 for sure. Maybe in like the 7th if he's still available. They have 3 7ths. Okay, Anton Johansen goes to the Red Wings. I don't know if Salty Wings and Avs fan is still here or not. I don't know. I'm not really familiar with that guy, so I don't know. Not sure how people are going to feel about that one. But Buffalo's on the clock now at 106. Mats Lindgren at 106. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Havlik doesn't get drafted because of his size. Okay, so Lindgren goes to Buffalo. That is a really good pick at 106. Lindgren is an NHL player, I think. I'm not sure how much upside he has, but could be a nice bottom pair two-way guy at least. Okay, the Ducks take Ben King at 107. That is a guy I've heard of, but I can't say too much about him. Pretty sure he's a WHL guy. Or maybe an OHL guy. So let's zoom in here a little bit. Sharks took a goalie? If they took a goalie, that's a bad pick, I think. There's like no goalies. Mason Bope. Yeah. I don't like that pick. Come on, San Jose. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that guy screams Zachary Amon to me, who I don't think is an NHL level goalie at all. I've heard of him. I've probably seen him play, but I don't really scout goalies too much. I mean, you can never have enough goalie prospects in general, but so far, he's big. He's got NHL level size, that's for sure. But I mean, there's a million guys with size that you could draft. All right. Dolzenkov goes 109. That feels kind of low for him. I think I had him ranked in my top 100. Let's see. Dolzenkov, yeah, I had him at 96. So I guess that's not too low for him, especially at this point in the draft. 13 spots isn't much. If you really wanted a goalie, though, you could have got one in the 5th round, they have 2/5. I feel like a 4th still has some value, but I feel like a 4th has too much value to spend on a goalie in a draft like this, anyways. Really. I do find it interesting that the first draft that I'm really, really super into draft analysis and stuff, I am like not liking every pick the Sharks are making. Perhaps I'm being a little too hard on them, but I don't know. I think a lot of Sharks fans would probably agree with me on a lot of these picks. Okay, Daniil Orlov goes 110. So Grudinin is still available. I mean, the Russians are going. This is where you really should start considering taking Grudinin, because at this point he's officially falling for sure. I feel like so far the Sharks haven't taken anybody who's fallen. Okay, it sounds like the Sharks traded John Leonard and a third for somebody on the Preds. I didn't catch who it was. He mentioned the goalie market. There's no way they traded for a goalie though. They already have 3. Yeah, I agree, Tomas. It feels like their drafting philosophy is completely different, which is really weird. I really can't imagine that Greer has implemented his own draft philosophy, given that he's been there for like 3 days. I'm assuming he basically just left the drafting up to the scouting department, which, as far as I'm aware, it's all the same guys. It's still Doug Wilson Jr. as the head of scouting, which is really bizarre. I mean, he's been busy doing a lot of other stuff, so maybe he's had a little bit less time to really focus on the draft as much. Okay, Damon Gardner went 112 to Vancouver. Luke Cunnin. Okay, so Cunnin for a third and John Leonard. Not New Jersey, Rangers. 112 is Damian Gardner. 113 Lombardi. Not a guy I've heard of. Giving up a third next year as well could be a mistake. They really shouldn't be trading picks. I mean, I'm going to look up Luke Cunnin here. I don't feel like he's that good. Like, is he a top 6 guy? I don't think so. At 114, Cole O'Hara. Okay, Dallas is on the clock. Take Grudinin, guys. If San Jose doesn't get him, you guys might as well. Dude, he had 22 points in 82 games this year. I don't know, 99 penalty minutes. He's never scored more than 31 points in a season. So I can't imagine. Dude, this is another stretch move where I guarantee you they're gonna try and put him In a top six role, he's not going to be good enough. And again, we're giving up future assets for a guy who isn't helping us compete now. Like, they want to compete now, but they can't really get any good names because of the cap situation. So they keep trying to go to the bargain bin. I mean, John Leonard, I don't think is going to be much of an NHL player, so fine. I mean, John Leonard could give you 10 goals a season, though, if you play him 82 games. And Cunnin has never scored more than 15 goals in a season. So, I mean, in terms of goal scoring, I don't think there's that much difference there. And Leonard is not taking 50 penalties a season either. Yeah, the Sharks don't need help on the PK, though. We had like the third best PK in the league last year. I don't know. I don't really like that move. I'd rather have the third rounder in 2023, especially because the Sharks are probably going to suck again. That could be like a 70th overall. Could be a pretty good player next year. Wow, they're not even going to show commercials during the commercial break. Just show us the freaking draft. We're missing picks here. Maybe, yeah. I mean, perhaps I'm being hard on him, but I'm not happy with the draft so far. So this isn't helping my mood. Okay, so O'Hara went to Nashville. They could still redeem themselves if Gerdinen is available at the next pick. Okay, Gavin White goes to Dallas. Angus Booth to the Kings. One of my favorite names in the draft. 117 Cole Spicer to Boston. These commercial breaks are so annoying. The Sharks, they still just feel like a team with no direction, though. Like, what is a team who's getting Luke Cunnin? What are they trying to do when you're out of the playoffs? Is he a guy that gets you into the playoffs? Probably not. But you're giving up futures for him, so you're not tanking. If you're tanking, you should be getting futures, right? So weird. You should be selling if you're tanking. We're expecting a large trade like moving Burns out. Yeah, maybe. That is not an easy trade to make, though. Murashov goes another goalie. I mean, getting Luke Cunnin feels exactly like the trade for Ryan Donato, and we all saw how Donato worked. I mean, Donato had like 16 goals this season and like 30 points, so even Donato had better numbers than Cunnin this year, and he played on a worse team as well. Locke Mellis to Boston. Okay, I believe the Sharks' fourth rounder is coming up here soon ish. Or is it their 5th rounder that's coming up? There's no way Montreal takes Vlasic. I mean, obviously they love their French players, but Vlasic is a dumpster fire on skates. He was really good for a long time. You kind of hate to see it, but he's not the same. Father Time has not been kind to him. All right. Blues take another Russian player. One that I haven't heard of. Yeah, he has a no trade clause as well. You're right. Let's see. I'm pretty sure I still have some Russians. Like Blednov is available, I'm pretty sure. I have him ranked at 91. I feel like there's somebody else. Obviously Grudin and Nuchev. I think Nuchev got taken actually. Pretty sure Nuchev got taken. But Blednov is still available. I'm a little surprised teams are taking Russians here and it's not Blednov. Okay, Ryan Healy goes. That feels pretty late for him. I'm pretty sure I had him ranked in my top 100 as well. 21 points in 59 games this year in the USHL. Okay, Ryan Healy should be in here somewhere. Yeah, I had him at 68, which admittedly might be a little bit high for him, but I do like him. Yeah, maybe he'd waive to go to Montreal. But if he wants to win, he's probably not waiving to go there this year or next year. How many years does he have left? 3 or 4? He's probably just going to put 3 teams. It's pretty easy to put 3 teams on there that are impossible to get traded to, though. Okay, Toronto takes a guy I haven't heard of. A goalie. Another goalie? Okay, Seattle. Took a Robertson. Okay, there we go. That seems about right for him. I don't think I had him in my top 100, but he was just outside of it. So 121 is a decent pick there. Another solid pick for Seattle. Um, pretty much even value there, I would say. That's not a steal or a reach, but pretty safe pick. Decent prospect to have for sure. Puts Carolina on the clock. Yeah, so the Sharks, I believe, are drafting at 130 or 129. No, wait, no, that's not right. It'd be 130, 139. I don't know. They're coming up in a little bit. It just feels like the Sharks normally go for guys that are falling. Okay, Cruz Lucius to the Hurricanes. That doesn't surprise me. Oh, we got a couple of notifications. Bish, thanks for the subscription. Let's go. I'm not sure if I just got the notification there twice for some reason. But yeah, welcome to the channel, man. If he's in the live, he might not even be in the live stream. Yeah, Lucius, a guy that has more pedigree, probably because of his brother, but he's another good one, another one that I'd like to have. Not a guy I'm crazy high on. I didn't have him in my top 100, but solid. Oh, we got Friedman again. Okay, so Duncan Keith retired. That's well, that helps out Edmonton's cap situation a little bit. I'm not sure what his cap hit was. Okay, 125 Ludwig Johansen, Florida. Feel like that's a guy I've heard of. I'm not gonna try to find him here though. All right, 126 Charles Letty. Um, isn't he like Nick Letty's nephew or something? New Jersey. All right, definitely into the part of the draft that isn't really exciting for me personally. But Montreal's got 3 picks right here, 27, 28, and 30. Yeah, Petrovsky is one of the best players on the board for sure. One of my highest ranked players. I think I had him at 63. Let's see. Yeah, I have Petrovsky at 64. I am surprised he's still available. Is Pano still available? I've asked this a couple times before, but I'm pretty sure he's still available. That's kind of crazy. So those guys are falling quite a lot, for me at least. Hudson Thornton, not a guy I really care for that much, but he's available. So okay, so they take Cedric Guidon. I had him at 87, so that's a solid pick. Does not surprise me at all. They took a French player at this point in the draft. Watch him take a Bo Jelsma here at 128. That'd be funny. Or possibly 130. They're kind of taking their time on pick 128 here. They were pretty quick at 127. All right, come on, do something, please. This is pick 128. You don't need to spend 5 minutes. You should have somebody in mind. unless they're making a trade. Wow, there's like nobody there. Oh, we're going to commercial. Nice. Yeah, if I lived in Montreal, I'd definitely be there for. Honestly, I probably wouldn't go to day one. I would have live streamed day one, and then I would have gone to draft day two. Well, I'm actually getting more viewership here on day two than I did day one, so maybe that would have been a mistake. Who knows? I don't know. Vegas trades up to 128. Yeah, I'm still in commercials here, so it seemed like something had to be going on because they were taking forever with that pick. I don't understand trading up in this draft, to be honest. Whoever the heck you wanted probably would be available where you're getting him. Like the only trade up that made a little sense was Arizona trading up with San Jose to get Connor Geeky because he definitely wouldn't be available at 27. However, I still don't like that because you're trading up for Connor Geeky, which is one of my least favorite players in the first round. So I don't know. It's their funeral, but yeah, these commercial breaks are way too long for an event like this. For anybody else watching on ESPN Plus, if you agree with me or not, I don't know if they're different on NHL Network or not, but sadly, it's not a channel I have. That would have saved me a lot of money if I had that channel, but oh well. Could hit 400 subscribers today. That'd be pretty cool. Yeah, I've had a lot more unique viewers on day two here. Yeah, I don't care about MLS, and neither does. They're showing the trade announcement after it's already happened. Okay. So yeah, Cameron Whitehead, a goalie. You're trading up for a goalie? That is really confusing. I'm shocked how many goaltenders are going. Let's see. He played in the USHL, 892 save percentage, 319 goals against, good recovery. Okay, sure. Probably would have been available at their next pick though. Kilpainen to Detroit. That feels like a Iserman type pick. Jared Davidson to Montreal. Yep. We are running out of players that I know anything about. I still have a few players. Hugo Havlid. Let's see. Lennon went. Brown went. Lorenz went. I'm pretty sure. Dolzenkov went. Solin, I think might be available. Um, Carlson. Did he get drafted? I think Carlson might be available still. Plant, I think, got drafted. Blednov is available. Okay, Coyotes take Matthew Morden. Morden. Yep. Oh, Jelsma is still available. I feel like Divine is still available. Um, Grudinin, of course. Petrovsky, man. I can't believe Petrovsky's fallen this far. I'm also a little surprised. Well, I'm not surprised, but it would have been really cool if Montreal took Petrovsky with 127 or 130 there, just for the Slovak factor. Let's see. 132. So Frederick Brunette. Next year, I plan on being familiar with a lot more players in general. So hopefully I'll be familiar with most players that get drafted, even if I don't know too much about them. 133, Alex Bump. I didn't really get into it until relatively late this season, so I didn't have all the time in the world. Philadelphia, there we go. Okay, Buffalo's back on the clock. The Sharks trade their fourth? I don't think they ever drafted anybody. One, two, three, four. They either traded their fourth or I missed the pick. Yeah, I would imagine. I'd imagine y'all are partying over there. Let's see. 138. Yeah, we're in the fifth round though. One, two. Havlid was their third pick. Who did they pick in the fourth round? Remind me, guys. Okay, Komarov went. I still would take Grudinin over him. Oh, the goalie, right. Jeez. Yeah, I'm just gonna forget about that one again. They could get Grudinin at 138, so maybe they will. Maybe they'll redeem themselves. Yeah, there's a lot of Russians going now. Grabenkin, that is one that I am not familiar with. I feel like Toronto has been pretty good at drafting the last couple years, though. Could be a good pick. Would you guys consider Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen a prospect still or not? Because they have Devin Levi up there as their top goalie prospect, but personally, I would still consider Luukkonen a prospect. Oh, the Sharks have 138 and 140 here. All right, should be interesting. Sens take Jorian Donovan. Let's see. Is he out of the queue? I feel like, if I remember correctly. Detroit takes some guy I've never heard of. Come on, San Jose. Do something. The Sharks are consistently taking longer than other teams to draft, though. So I do wonder if they are conflicted, if there's like some type of rift going on in their scouting department, or if there's a rift between Greer and the scouts. Again, I don't think Greer is really dictating the picks that much. Partially as well because I don't think he has a background in scouting. I don't think. I think he's like from the Rangers hockey ops department, if I remember correctly. So not exactly a scout. They're taking their time again. It's actually kind of annoying because everybody else is just making the pick and moving on. Unless they're planning on going to commercial again here, and that's why we're getting a delay. They traded the pick. Okay. Well, if they just did a simple trade down, then that's fine. That's kind of what they do. Yo, there's a trade to talk about it. Another team trading up for a goalie? There's no way, dude. I mean, you're probably right. You guys are ahead of me. And Columbus is taking their time with this pick too. Sergei Ivanov. Okay. Yeah, they traded up for a goalie. Not sure not sure what the plan is there. And then Anaheim takes some guy. To Anaheim. Anaheim's had a good draft so far, so I don't think that pick really matters. I am not bald. Okay. I don't exactly have a confident hairline for a 23-year-old, but I still have hair. I'm holding on to this hair as long as I can because I probably will go bald in the next 10 years. Both my grandparents are, both my grandfathers, I should say, went bald pretty young, and male pattern baldness skips a generation, so I'm probably screwed. Jack Furlong is, I mean, I guess that's a fine pick at 140. Um, First W of the draft. Okay, bud, calm down. What did the Sharks get? Does anybody know what the Sharks got for pick 138? I assume they just got 2 picks later in the draft. Let's see. Oh, that's all right. They're still not talking about that trade. They're just at the panel interviewing some guy. Well, unless it's different on the NHL Network broadcast. Daniel Briere. They got 2023 fifth. How was that a good trade? They traded a 2022 fifth for a 2023 fifth. Unless oh wait, no. Yeah, I feel like they're not moving up with that trade, are they? They had 3 picks in the 7th round to coming into today. Solid positionally. 42 points in 67 games with Halifax this year. Like, okay. He was ranked 115 by NHL Network. Let's look him up. Let's see. Jack Furlong. Jake Furlong, jeez. Let's see, 109, 154, 154, 168. Yeah, that kind of feels like another reach. True, the 23 draft class is probably going to be better, but it's a 5th round pick. Once you get into the 5th round of any draft class, basically every draft class is the same. I mean, that's not entirely true, but generally speaking, for an individual team, the deeper class doesn't make much of a difference. Unless it's like a seriously mega deep draft. But I don't count on it. Yeah, but it's the thing is a 1-for-1 pick. If you're trading, because typically teams value picks in later years lower than a pick in the current year, especially at the draft. So they should have at least gotten like an extra 7th or something, because they're kind of doing Columbus a favor by giving them the pick in this year's draft. I just don't like a 1-for-1 5th round swap when you're trading into next year's draft like that. I do wonder though a little bit if they just decide to do that because they're like, we don't if they're thinking there's nobody left that they even know about that they want to draft, which would be pretty disappointing given that they're a whole freaking NHL team scouting department and there's still guys that I would take in a heartbeat. Like every single pick from here until he gets drafted, I would be screaming Vladimir Grudinin into the microphone. Hey, some guy named Graham got drafted. Okay. O'Neill, Ottawa. Another goalie goes. Vancouver, Ty Young. To Nashville. See an undersized defenseman. Okay, Dallas takes Maxim Marov. Where's Grudinin? Dude, Grudinin's going to be the next Kaprizov, except the defense version. Otto Salin, 148. Okay, I had him ranked in my top 100. That's a good pick. Let's see, where did I have him ranked? I had him at 95. So 148, that's a good pick for LA there. Caps are on the clock. Arabella. I'm not sure if I've heard of that player. That name sounds familiar, but I don't know. One. Well, we're getting to the end of the draft here. Well, we're still had what? Like we have like 70-ish picks left. Maybe they use that extra fifth in the 2023 draft to trade up. It's not really the Sharks' style to trade up, but there could be somebody that they really like in next year's draft. I don't know. All of this is really adding into the directionless vibes that the Sharks are giving me. They don't seem to have a direction in this draft either. things were so good for so long for the Sharks. I feel like the second they start going poorly, nobody knows what the hell to do anymore. Oh, Zam Plant. There we go. 150. That's a great pick for Pittsburgh. Ottawa takes I keep putting these guys' first names. Some guy. Kevin Reidler. A goalie. Another goalie. Jeez. Yeah, Blunt I had ranked at 92. That's good value. What a headshot. He's got the oh my gosh, who is it? I can't think of the guy who had the famous headshot. He's on the Kraken. He got hurt this year. At this point, I feel like I'm basically just here waiting for Grudinen's name to get called. Michael Calla, 154. I don't think I had him ranked, but I've heard of him. Anaheim. Yeah, Grudinen hasn't been picked. He's still available at 155. Had him 10th on my board. 10th. I wouldn't have drafted him at 10th because I knew he was gonna fall, but 155, he's still there. We're getting close to the 6th round. I can't imagine any of these guys have higher upside than Grudinen, unless there's some intel where teams know he doesn't want to leave Russia. All right, we got Carolina on the board. They could take him here. Carolina is a bit of a wild card. Hey, they got Bruce Boudreau. I love Boudreau. He reminds me of my grandpa. Did Carolina actually take Grudinen? I literally just said Carolina could take him. Sharks fumbled the bag yet again. They could have had him. Dude, Carolina's So nasty. I'm officially upset. I am officially upset. Who's the highest ranked player left on my board then? Drixov's gone. Gradinan's gone. Let's see. These guys are all gone. I think it's Panel Fimis. I still don't think he's gone, has he? I mean, surely he would have been drafted, right? Like, he's ranked pretty highly, is he not? 80, 48, 73, 164 by McKean's, okay. 75, 103, 89. I guess I was high on him. I guess I was high on him. Yeah, Carolina. Sandis Villamanis, there he goes to Florida. From Moscow. Yeah, that's true. That is true. Carolina can't keep getting away with this. They can, apparently. Because nobody freaking wants Grudinin. I mean, yeah, there's risk. There's risk, sure. But he's too good. Expect nothing from the Sharks. It's okay to win. This is literally the one thing where I actually do expect good stuff from the Sharks, because historically they've been really good at drafting the last few years. This is extremely disappointing. I have no idea what they're doing. They could have traded down. They could have traded down for Grudin and got him at like 150 or something. I mean, maybe they'll get Panel Fimis. I believe they have 2 5th-rounders, so they should have another. Oh wait, but wasn't it like Buffaloes or something? So they already made that pick. Oh no, I forgot they traded it. Of course. Yeah, that's what really kills you as a franchise. You're a bad team and then you draft poorly too. And they traded down guys. They had 11. They could have at least got one solid player that you know is going to contribute, but they traded down and drafted a bunch of maybes at best. Okay, Edmonton takes a goalie. That doesn't really surprise me, given their goalie situation. Man, Mancini. Okay. Yeah, they could have got Nazar. Was Nazar available at 11? Let's see. Yeah, Nazar was available. You're telling me they didn't like Nazar? Come on. Because one of their scouts, or it might have been Doug Jr., who was interviewed, and he was like, yeah, we didn't like anybody at 11, so we traded down. Like, what? Your board has less than 11 people on it that you really like? Are you kidding me? This is the first time they've had a pick this high in like forever, and they trade it. Another goalie goes to Tampa. It's so confusing. Maxime Barbashev at 161. Okay, there we go. That's a good pick for the Rangers. Yeah, yeah, I agree, Tomas. That could be one of the better picks here late in the draft. He is one of the Russians I would have reached on. I feel like 161 isn't much of a reach. That's probably where most people would have had him going. I can't remember if I had him in my top 100 or not, but I do like him. I don't think I had him in my top 100. Montreal takes another French player. Why not? At this point in the draft, it really doesn't matter, I don't think. I don't think there's anybody left who I really love. Yeah, was Barbashev the one that hit Hurdle in that series? I feel like that was Sammy Blais, but I just blame Sammy Blais for everything that goes wrong in my life. Blues got away with a lot of crap in that series, and then they have the audacity to bitch about the hand pass for till the end of time, even though they won the Stanley Cup. So annoying. Oh yeah, that's another one. Bo Jelsma still available. He's one of the highest ranked players left on my board. I'm a little surprised that the Canadians didn't take him right there at 162. I mean, they took another French player. The Coyotes take Zuber at 163. Yeah, let's see. I had Jelsma at 80. Did Jack Devine ever get drafted? He must have, right? I don't think he did. All right. Well, there's still some players I like available, I guess. I mean, nothing crazy. Like top 100 players that are going in the 6th round, maybe 7th round. Some of these guys probably aren't going to get drafted at this point, or I'm worried, anyways. Owen Van Steensel is still available, I'm pretty sure. What a weird draft. I mean, day one was weird in a more obvious way, I think, but I think this is equally weird day two. Okay, yeah, so Arizona did take Zuber. Probably butchered his name there, but all. That's the first Seattle pick that I'm not crazy about. Philly takes some guy who plays defense. And New Jersey takes a left winger. Let's see, what's the Sharks' next pick here? Round 6. See if I could open up and oh, this doesn't show us maybe it's this one that I want. Wait, these guys are all undrafted. Oh, this is just their rankings. Okay, well, okay. Pittsburgh took Nolan Collins. Yeah, I agree. I agree, Graham. Very good point. Maybe Hockey DB to draft. Maybe not. I don't know. I feel like I could. I feel like Elite Prospects has a live draft portal somewhere, but I can't find it. Let's see. Draft guide. Draft center, maybe? No, this is the same thing I'm just at. Huh. Cap friendly? Okay, for some reason it just wouldn't let me pick on this is the one I was thinking of. It was cap friendly. They just wouldn't let me click on their 6th round pick for some reason. Okay, so yeah, 172. And of course, by the time I find it, I see them on the board. So let's see, Wahlberg. They're probably gonna take a player that I don't know at 172. 169, Jared Wright to LA. I mean, I was kind of expecting it to be a weird cap friendly in dark mode. Let's see if I can get dark mode on for you guys. There we go. Okay, now go away. Jake Richard. I mean, I literally don't think there's any player the Sharks could draft at 172 that would blow me away. Which is kind of disappointing. Carolina on the clock, though. Maybe they'll do something interesting. They certainly did with their last pick. Come on, Carolina, make the pick. I wonder if they're going to trade here. No. They took a goalie. Didn't they take a goalie earlier? Actually, maybe not. Okay, Sharks. Disappoint me again, please. Yeah, Boost Boudreaux's having a good time. And we go to commercials right before the Sharks pick. Nice. Joey Muldowney. Let's look him up. Is he a defenseman? No, he's a forward. Okay. He is 5'11". Okay, so the first like small player, I mean, other than Havlin that they swing on, was a high school prep player, 5'11", 154. I thought they were trying to avoid young players or small players when they were avoiding Jagger Furcus like the plague. But this guy is literally the same size as Jagger Furcus. Unranked. Oh, ranked 164 by North American Skaters by Central Scouting. Nobody else has him ranked. Two points in 3 USHL games this year. Yeah, good numbers with high school, but it's high school. It literally doesn't mean anything. I mean, that's not true, but that's what the second high school player to be drafted. Um, Sam Renzel and this guy. Pretty good numbers at U16 in 2021, but that's kind of tough to judge a draft eligible player on. Going to the NCAA next year. I don't know. Definitely not the guy I would have drafted there for sure. I don't know why, but I'm getting John Leonard vibes just from looking at his elite prospects page. I mean, he is a 6th round pick, so that kind of makes sense. But John Leonard's biggest problem with the NHL was his size and strength. Wait, what was his name again? Mole Downey. That doesn't really feel like a typical Sharks draft pick either. See what Twitter has to say. Probably shouldn't have my messages open on the. Yeah, Shang Peng thought they would go for Hudson or Furticus. Same Shang. Okay, so Chicago took Dominic James, and then Fabian Wagner. That could be a decent pick for the Jets there, if I remember him correctly. Wait, that's all right. I'll be really interested to see Will Scouch's draft class review for the Sharks this year, because this is a weird class. Not really a big fan of any of these guys except for Havlid. And even then, he's not like my favorite. See if I'm gonna look up their 2021 class. Let's see. 21, they got Eklund, Gaudreau, Larocque, Cardwell, Guriev, McHugh, Gilmartin, Jacobson, Kashnikov. Okay, so Eklund, great pick, obviously. Gaudreau, I think it's a good pick. Larocque was a good pick, and the rest of those guys are maybes. But that's at least. I did like Gaudreau, so I think that's I don't know. Honestly, that one's a bit too early to judge. I think, but the 2020 class is absolutely elite. Even the Oberg was a good pick. I think he just didn't sign. Let's see, 176. Predicting to go with Weisblatt? Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me. That'd be pretty lame. I think it's lazy. Oh, Ben Hemmerling, 177. I didn't realize he was still available. That's a good pick for Vegas right there. I like Hemmerling. He's got a good shot. Luckily, Vegas hasn't drafted anybody I'm a huge fan of, so I don't have to root for any of these guys that are on Vegas. I mean, Weisblatt is draftable. The Sharks have. So they have 195. I wouldn't take him there. Probably. But they also have 204 and 217. Yeah, so like if you get Weisblatt at 217, like that's fine. He's like an Adam Raska type pick there, I think. You're definitely not getting any upside, but you might get a role player, which for 217th overall is fine. There's probably not going to be anybody there that I would prefer that they swing on. Like if Bo Jelsma is there, then yeah, I can't believe Jelsma hasn't been drafted yet. Or Panel Fimis. I'm thinking Fimis had to have been drafted and I'm just missing it. But I've scrolled through my list like a million times and I'm not seeing him. Ooh, Dallas gets Matthew Semenoff at 179. That's actually uh-oh, I missed a pick somewhere. 177 Hemmerling. Oh no, I just wrote 178 twice. Semenoff has problems. His skating is a major issue, but the rest of his game is really good. If he can improve his skating like a lot, that could be steal of the draft right there. So I like that pick a lot at 179. That's a really good value. He has a really good shot. He's a really good passer too. Good playmaker. Good vision. Pretty physical guy as well, or he can be at times. Oh, that's not right. 1,867. I'm a little surprised they're not highlighting him here because that's a guy who is ranked a lot higher by a lot of people as well. Okay, Jack Sparks goes at 180. It's like LA had a million picks. Ryan Hoffer, that's another guy I've heard of, I think. Okay, let's go here and see if we could find Panophimus. Would be a good draft class for Dallas so far, just at the top of my head. I feel like they've done well. That Semenoff pick is pretty notable. At 179, that's a steal. Even if he doesn't make the NHL, that's just a good pick because the upside there that late in the draft. I mean, even if he improves his skating a little bit, he could be a bottom six guy. If he improves a lot, he could be a top six guy. Oh yeah, they're talking about him now. I'm really surprised he went that low because he's a WHL guy. Yeah, Panophimus hasn't been drafted. Okay, Reed Dick went at 183. I'm starting to feel a little dumb for saying there's no goalies in this draft because that's like the 15th goalie that's gone. I mean, they're all mostly late rounders, but somebody went 41 if I remember. Petrovsky 185. Wow. See 184 Landon Sim. I can't believe Petrovsky fell that far. Now it's Panophimus. He's well calling Petrov. Yeah. Well, yeah, I'll blame you for that one then, Tomas. Not Yeah, I had him at 64, but I had Panophimus at 51, man. So, I mean, in a way I kind of like Petrovsky better, but I don't know. Still Bo Jelsma too. I'll take the blame for the Grudinin one because I predicted Carolina would take him. I'm a little sad that Montreal didn't get him. That would have been really, really cool if they got 4 Slovaks in the same draft. Oh, we have a trade. Carolina doing interesting stuff again. They do something interesting with basically every pick. Oh, Gustav Carlson. There you go. I was wondering when he was going to go. Okay, Buffalo. That's a good pick. That's a good pick for Buffalo. I had him in my top 100. Where did I have him? 93? Yeah, that's pretty solid. Oh, wait. Maybe Carolina didn't trade the pick? It said there was a trade on the board. But it says they're on the clock. Okay, yeah, they did trade the pick to Chicago. Chicago drafts some guy. We got a notification. Graham Glass subscribed. Thank you, Graham. Welcome to the Graham gang. Let's see. Let's pull up elite the cap friendly version of the draft really quick. Might be a little bit more interesting to look at. Except they're way behind for me. Here we go. Oh, actually, I could fill in some of these picks. I'll just do that later. And a lot of late round picks got traded. Like a lot. It's kind of unusual. These commercial breaks are so annoying. They're way too long. In fact, the Sharks' next pick might be in by the time they come back. No, it's not. All right, so Florida takes a goalie. I feel like teams are just going into the draft goalies late in the draft this year, even more than normal because of the nature of this draft. Okay, another Russian player goes. Pretty sure Blednov is still available. At this point, there's a good chance he doesn't get drafted. Zachary Karpa, not a guy I'm familiar with. Tampa's on the clock. They're a bit of an interesting team to watch on draft day. Usually. Tampa taking another goalie? No, right winger. Okay. Oh, look at this. Uh the Avalanche are on the clock. I think this is their first pick of the draft at 193. I thought they had a fifth rounder, but I don't remember them drafting anybody. All right, let's see. Kind of crazy that they just have no picks at all. Might as well not show up to the draft. Yeah, no Hugo Havlin. Like I said, he might not get drafted because of his size. Chris Romaine. Well, they made that decision pretty quickly. Colorado did. Could be a guy the Sharks swing on with 3/7. Maybe they take him at 217. I would certainly rather have them take Havlin than Weisblatt if he's available. Okay, Montreal's back on the clock. I don't think there's any Slovaks left for them to draft. Pavelski, Hornquist, Palat, Uyghur, Olofsson, Roy. Yeah, Pavelski's probably the best of those guys. Then Palat, then Uyghur. Yeah, I don't mind taking overagers at this point in the draft at all. Let's see, Mikey Milne went, where did he go? Yeah, Mikey Milne went 89. He was my he was my highest ranked overager. Let's see, Petteri Nurmi. Yeah, I don't know who that is. Probably butchered his name. It looks like San Jose's pick is in already. They look pretty relaxed at least. Yep, some guy. They drafted some guy. Never heard of him. Barnett. Dude, look at their top prospects. Literally all of them are 2020 guys except for Eklund. What a draft class. All right, let's look up this Ellie Barnett guy. Ooh, wait. Okay, yeah, he's a defenseman. Is he an overager? 2003 birthday. Okay, no, he's not an overager. 6'5". 6'5", 220. Not ranked by anybody. Dude. Dude. 13 points in 53 games in the BCHL with the Grizzlies. The Grizzlies are a good team. I don't know about that one. I mean, it's literally a 7th round pick, so, kind of whatever. But this is what I'll say. Okay, the BCHL is not a joke. It's a better league than people give it credit for. It's better than the AJHL, and it's better than the MJHL and the OJHL, all the other like lower tier junior leagues. Some players legitimately do choose to play in the BCHL instead of the WHL for whatever reason. And the Grizzlies are a good league, or a good league. They're a good team. But that actually, I don't know, 13 points in 53 games. That makes me think he's probably not even getting top power play time on that team. Maybe there's a guy who's been drafted who's their power play one guy. Maybe, I don't know. I'd have to look into it. Okay, New Jersey takes Barabosha there. I was wondering if he was going to get drafted. That's a good bet for a 7th rounder, I think. Pretty much any Russian player is probably a decent bet at this point. But yeah, Greer said that they want to get bigger on the back end, which is probably why they made that pick. Which is interesting, because I think that's dumb. There's no need to get bigger on the back end. I mean, our most physical defenseman is Shimek, and he's probably our worst defenseman in the top 6 anyways. Like, yeah, Ferraro's kind of undersized, especially for a guy who doesn't have a lot of offense. Carlson is undersized, but he's an offensive defenseman. Burns is fine. He's a big guy. Hatka has some size as a prospect. I don't know. I really strongly disagree with drafting for size, though, because large players tend to underperform their draft position, which is part of why I don't like the buy-stat pick either. Small players generally overperform, big players underperform. In fact, small players tend to have better floors too. So there's part of this. I mean, you do have to look at it like individual player to player, but generally speaking, small players, the bigger player has a better floor is kind of a myth. Like look at guys like Connor Geeky. Like I don't think his floor is nearly as safe as people seem to think it is. How big is Oasis though? If he's big, I guess they might draft him. He's 5'8". He's 5'8". 29 points in 64 games with the Medicine Hat Tigers, minus 35. Like, yeah, that team sucked. I probably wouldn't draft him. Oh my gosh, these names. Melvin Bacher. Okay, that sounds like another German guy. Is that right? It's definitely a German name, German sounding name at least. And then Joel, and I can't even read that name, it's too small. Rakovic. Burned. Burns? Son? Okay. 203. James Fisher? Oh, wait, no, I'm thinking of Michael Fisher. Jeez. Okay. For a second, I was absolutely bamboozled. Now I gotta put a first letter here. J. Fisher. Did they trade the pick? Adams Linka? Okay, I'm pretty sure the Sharks had that pick, but it was gone so fast. I'm not certain. Um, wow, James Fisher's probably relieved that he got drafted because he was actually there. Yeah, I think Seattle did pretty dang well for themselves. Arizona. Um, who else did well? Honestly, I'd have to go over all the picks. I will be making a video. I will be making a video basically ranking every team on how well they did in the draft, I think. And I'm going to be pretty depressed because the Sharks are going to be pretty dang low on that list, especially considering how many picks they ended up with. I think they drafted quite poorly. Does anybody know exactly how many picks there are? I feel like I might be going a little over here. There are 225. Oh, hey, John, welcome to the channel. Don't know if he's in the live stream or not, but if he is, say hello if you want to. Oh, oof. I just saved my phone. Let's see. Rangers did solid. Yep, I think. Yeah, definitely stick around. Uh, Probably maybe 1 o'clock ish is by the time I'll get that video out. 221. I actually think Montreal did pretty well overall, despite not taking right. Yeah, Canes did very well. Grudinin could be the steal of the draft. Yeah, Arizona was kind of bad actually. Taking Geeky at 11, trading up for him, I thought was a dumb move. Their second pick, I also remember being bad. Who was it? Who was their second pick? All right, their first no. Their first pick was Cooley. Okay, so they got a good one there. Then Geeky was their seventh. It was their second pick. So yeah, that one did suck. So then their third pick was Artem Duda, kind of questionable. I do like the Lutz pick. They got him at 43. That was a pretty good one. Who else did they got here? Matika at 67. I don't love, but maybe. And then after that, it's probably guys I don't really know. Buffalo. Wow, they actually don't have any picks here for quite a while. Yeah, some guy I don't know at 131. So I'll have to look into him a little bit. Zuber at 163 is a pick. Maybe. Alexander Pelovin at 205. That's way too low for him. That's another great pick for Carolina. Yeah, Columbus, I think, had a good draft. Tyson Dick, don't know who that is, at 206. That looks like. Well, I was about to say that looks like a Latvia name, but he's from Ontario. Perhaps that's Italian? Nah, not with the two I's at the end. Vancouver, Kirill. Last name that I'm not going to attempt to pronounce. Does anybody know what the Sharks got back for pick 204? Okay, Vegas takes a guy. That kind of looks like another German guy. A German name, anyways. They traded for a 2023 seventh. What is the point of that? Literally, what is the point? Trading a 2022 seventh for a 2023 seventh? I think Nashville did good. Well, let's see. I feel like they've made some interesting picks at the very least. Okay, they got Kamel at 17. That's a good pick. Then they got. Where the heck is their next pick? Connor Ingram at 82. Good pick. Clonomi at 84. Good pick. After that, I think it might be guys I'm not familiar with. Let's see. So I think they did fine. Don't really disagree with their top picks. They just didn't really have that many picks early in the draft, so there's only so much they can do, really. They just picked Strindon here at 210. Like, that's a maybe at best. Most likely. Guys, Bo Jelsma is still available. Why aren't? Oh wait, no. Was he taken? No, I think he's available. Bo Jelsma and Panel Famis are still available. What is happening? I feel like I'm going crazy with these guys because they should be drafted. I feel like the Sharks are just punting on every pick. That's why they're drafting 1-for-1 for 2023 picks. Because generally speaking, that doesn't make any sense. They might just be really low on this draft class. I think that's going to bite them in the ass, though. Because there's definitely players available that they could have taken. Unless their strategy is to have absolutely as many bullets as possible to trade up for in next year's draft. But getting an extra 7th isn't really going to help you trade up next year very much at all. Maybe you can trade up from like the 7th to the 6th round. Is Anton Johansen related to Albert? I have no idea. Okay, Pittsburgh is on the clock here. I'm not going to put him in, though, just in case they trade the pick. 11 picks left. I can't believe how fast this has gone. It's been a little over 3 hours. That is like light speed for the second day of the draft. Pittsburgh taking their sweet ass time here, though. Watch the Sharks trade this 2017 or 217 overall for a 7th rounder next year. You watch. Yeah, Pittsburgh traded it. Florida. Do you like the Jets draft? Yes. I love the Jets draft because they got Brad Lambert 30th overall. I don't even really care who else they got. I'm gonna check anyways. McGroarty? Okay, actually I don't really care for the McGroarty pick, but the Lambert pick definitely makes up for it. Let's see, who else? Salamonson 55 is fine. I don't have a strong opinion about that one either way, to be honest. Zilkin at 77, I think is a pretty good pick. Who else here? Dustin, or not Dustin. Yeah, Dustin Brown at 99 is a good pick, I think. That's almost exactly where I have him ranked, but don't be surprised if Brown turns into something good. I think he has a lot of upside, despite relatively limited point production this year. After that, it's probably going to be players I'm not familiar with, if they've even drafted anybody since then. Oh yeah, Wagner at 175. Haven't heard of him. Yeah, yeah. After that, those are the only guys that I am familiar with. As far as I can tell, Bo Jelsma has not been drafted. And let's see, that was Arnsby at 214. Okay, let's look up Jelsma's rankings here. I could have sworn he was ranked in like the 60s for most people. Okay, I guess I'm wrong there, but 79 by Elite Prospects, 100 FC Hockey, 112 by McKean's, 102 by Recruit Scouting, 72 by Dauber Prospects, 78 by Draft Prospect Hockey, 65 by Smot, and 99 by Puck Authority. Like, how is he not drafted? His lowest ranking is 112, and we're already over 100 picks past that. Have I looked into 2023? A few guys. Zach Benson has really stood out to me. Like I said, I've said this before, but I like him more than Connor Geekie as a draft -1. So basically, if I could have drafted Benson this year, I would have drafted him ahead of Connor Geekie. Braden Yeager on Mushka, really good. And then obviously have the top guys, Bedard, Bichkov, and Fantilli. Those will probably be the top 3. Those guys are all better than anybody in this draft class, I think. Those are pretty much the only guys I have a good amount of familiarity with. So I can't really speak to the depth of the draft. The top end talent is definitely there, though. The top end talent is seriously better than this year, I think. I don't want to hype it up too much, so I'm not going to say anything about the depth. But pretty soon here, I will be doing a way too early look into the draft, the 2023 draft. Do I think Michkov will go top 2 despite being from Russia? Maybe. I mean, we still have to see the full year of development. Yeah, I'll have to look into Sale. Yeah, Fantilli is a really fun player to watch. Plus, there's that Italian guy, Luca De Tommaso, I believe, who's really good. I've only seen a little bit of him, but San Jose is on the clock, but it looks like they might be trading it again. Okay. Lawrence. Okay, Miguel Tarigny went. That's a guy I was expecting to get drafted. So that's good, I guess, for Montreal. Sharks draft some guy. They didn't pick Oasis, yeah. So that's kind of good, I guess. Maybe. Hopefully this guy is a bit better. Let's see, Reese, Lobach, another 2003 guy. He might be an overager with a November birthday. Oh, yo, he's from San Jose? Okay, well, maybe they just drafted him because he's from San Jose and they've seen this guy a ton. North Star Christian Academy, 18 under AAA? What even league is that? I have no idea what league that is. Is that like a prep league? 102 points in 57 games, so that's like prep league numbers. Played 2 games in the USHL, no points. That's I don't know what to think of that. It's a 7th round pick. So I'm guessing they know things about this guy that no other team does since he's from San Jose and there's like nobody from San Jose gets drafted. His last year in the Junior Sharks program, 16 and under, he had 60 points in 49 games. That isn't really that impressive, though, to be honest, for that league. He's been over a point per game in every league he's played in since 1920, though. That is something, I guess. Okay. I would have preferred Bo Jelsma, that's for sure. If I'm drafted for Sharks, we'll pick better than people who are paid for it. Yeah. Yeah, I think I could have made better picks than them. I mean, they might have something with that Lauback guy. Maybe. That's a pretty big maybe. It's at least interesting. Definitely a better pick than Oasis. I'll say that. Dude, Bo Jelsma isn't gonna get freaking drafted, guys. Where did I have him ranked? I had him ranked 80. I'm gonna go back to his elite prospects page here. Yeah, dude, everybody had him between like 60 and 80. Well, the thing with Oasis is just that he's the type of player that you don't need to spend a draft pick on because he's probably not going to get drafted, and then you can just sign him as a CHL free agent when he's done playing juniors and give him a shot and buy him to training camp and give him a chance to earn a prospect or a job. They're actually highlighting this Lauback guy. Finished third among all US 18 prep. Okay, didn't give me enough time to read that, but I was right. It is a prep league. I'm guessing it said third in points. So maybe. Oh, there we go. Jack Devine. Okay, at least Devine got drafted. Jeez. I can't believe he went 221. He's way too good to go 221. Where did I have him? I think I had him even higher than Bo. Oh, yeah. Where did I have him? Oh, I had him at 81, literally one pick after Bo. Okay. That's crazy low for him still. But that gives me hope that Bo could get drafted here. Imagine Colorado gets him with the last pick of the draft. That would be kind of funny. Yoel Mata to the Oilers. All right, 2 picks left. I would say Colorado would laugh getting Josmo with the last pick of the draft, but they're probably just going to pass on him too, which is kind of unbelievable. Yeah, Devine has got to be relieved that he got drafted because he definitely should have been drafted. But 221, that's crazy. All right, one pick left. Imagine they trade it. That'd be so funny. They go to commercials before the last pick of the draft. Are you serious? Yeah, I wasn't paying attention last year, so he was a name that I vaguely remember hearing. Let's look him up. Uh, he's got to be this guy, right? University of Denver. So he ranked 51, 62, 49, 87, 65, 143, 77. Still went way lower than his rankings. Dude, he had 19 points in 36 games NCAA this year as a freshman. Yeah. They took a goalie with the last with the last pick of the draft, Ivan Zigulov. Dude, imagine being fucking Bo Jelsma right now. I probably shouldn't have said that on YouTube, but could you put his name back on the screen so I could write it down, please? I cannot believe Bo Jelsma didn't get drafted. He's got to get drafted next year as an overager, right? Whoa, this guy's Belarusian? I'm pretty sure that's the Belarusian flag. Already playing in North America, though, I think. 2021 draft, I was really only paying attention to the Sharks picks because I wasn't really that into the draft. Um, I thought the Sharks had a good draft, not as good as 2020. Let's see. Zigulov to Colorado. Okay. Yeah, overall, I don't really remember too much from the 21 draft. Obviously, Eklund flying to 7 I thought was pretty crazy. I was very hyped about that. Um, what I can do is I can wait. I can here's what I could. Well, I don't want that. Let's see. I could look up the 2021 draft and react to it a little bit. Yeah, Eklund huge steal. Power I didn't really think would be great as a first overall pick. I probably would have taken Eklund or Beniers. There was a lot of interesting picks though. McTavish third overall was surprising. Uh, Luke Hughes fourth overall I thought was kind of dumb because of who was available, but he's also really good, so like fine. Who else we got here? Tyler Boucher was hilarious. Uh, yeah, even I thought that was kind of funny back then because I was like, who? Cole Sillinger, big surprise, but he ended up playing like the whole season this year. That's kind of crazy. Sebastian Costa going as high as he did, kind of, kind of interesting. Yeah, I mean Hughes is good, but I would have taken Johnson over him, Edvinsson, Eklund. I probably would, maybe Clark. I mean, they obviously drafted him because they have his brother, which I think is pretty dumb. Oh yeah, Stankoven was a huge steal. He went 55, I think. 47. He went 47. Very happy about that one. Zvozil, I don't remember where he went. And honestly, I don't know as much about him in general. Ratu to Islanders is steal. Giannis Mosier, I thought was a good pick. Who else do we have here? Pastujov, I thought was a good pick. Yeah. Ryder Korzak, interesting prospect. Yeah, thanks, man. Thanks for the sub. But back to this year's drafts. Pretty extremely weird. Extremely weird. Bo Jelsma might be the next Mikey Milne, I think. Gets drafted relatively high next year, assuming he performs relatively well. He should have been drafted. He absolutely should have been drafted. Hugo Havelid not drafted as well. He probably doesn't get drafted ever. Probably doesn't even play in the NHL because of his size. But who knows? Maybe a team gives him a chance. That would be pretty cool if they did. Dustin Brown is a pretty awesome pick at 99. I loved that one. Semenoff to Dallas at 170, I think, is a steal. Owen Van Steensel wasn't drafted. Man, okay, there might be some good overagers next year. Tyler Brennan not drafted as well. I'm pretty sure we had like 20 goalies go or something, and Brennan. Oh wait, no. He went 102. He went 102 overall. Okay. That would okay. Yeah, pretty weird draft. Yeah, Havilland definitely looked really awesome in the U18s. I think he's one of the. I mean, I don't really scout goalies, but it seemed to me that he was really good with his positioning and his reaction, very athletic. Size is kind of king in the NHL when it comes to goalies, but you never know. He could be the next UC Staros. I mean, that's a tough comparison, but I mean, just in the size comparison, right? Because Staros is like the most undersized starter, and he's really, really good. So, yeah, very, very interesting. I'd be interested to see if he gets drafted as an overager or if he gets signed as a free agent at some point, maybe. Yeah, very weird draft, very interesting draft, very disappointing as a Sharks fan. I think Dallas did a bit better. Uh, but yeah, later today I will be releasing a video, um, basically grading every team's draft. I will start working on that basically right now. So thank you guys for sticking around, especially if you've been around the whole time. That's extremely awesome. Hope you guys had a good time. I enjoyed chatting with you guys. Uh, really, really, really strongly look forward to next year. Hopefully, I could grow the channel a bit, have a few more people in here. That'd be pretty cool. And yeah, take care, guys. Oh, hang on, the page is loading. All right, yeah, see you guys.